Cluster feeding is a completely normal but often confusing phase of breastfeeding that many parents experience, especially in the early weeks. If your baby wants to feed again and again within a short period of time, you might wonder if your milk supply is enough or if something is wrong. The good news is that cluster feeding is usually a healthy sign of growth and development. Cluster feeding means your baby feeds more frequently than usual over a few hours, often in the evening or late at night. Instead of feeding every 2 to 3 hours, your baby may want to nurse every 30 minutes to 1 hour. This pattern can last for a few days or even a couple of weeks and is most common during growth spurts, typically around 2 to 3 weeks, 6 weeks, and again at 3 months. One of the main reasons babies cluster feed is to boost milk supply. Breast milk works on a demand and supply system. When your baby nurses more often, your body receives the signal to produce more milk. This helps ensure your baby gets enough nutrition as they grow. Cluster feeding can also be comforting for babies. They may be seeking closeness, warmth, and reassurance, especially in the evenings when babies are often more fussy. Many parents worry that cluster feeding means their baby is still hungry or not getting enough milk. In most cases, this is not true. As long as your baby is gaining weight well, has enough wet diapers, and seems satisfied after feeding bursts, cluster feeding is not a problem. It is simply your baby doing what comes naturally. While cluster feeding is normal, it can be exhausting. To cope, try to create a comfortable feeding space with water, snacks, and pillows nearby. Feeding on demand is important during this phase, so allow your baby to nurse as often as they want. Skin-to-skin contact can help calm your baby and make feeding easier. If possible, rest during the day and accept help from family members for household tasks. It is also important to know the difference between cluster feeding and signs of feeding issues. If your baby is not gaining weight, has very few wet diapers, or seems constantly unhappy even after feeds, it may be time to consult a lactation consultant or pediatrician. Remember, cluster feeding does not last forever. It is a temporary phase that often signals growth and progress. Trust your body, trust your baby, and know that frequent feeding is helping build a strong milk supply and a healthy breastfeeding relationship. With patience, support, and self-care, you can get through cluster feeding with confidence.